It's a great day, my amazing CEOs. Back in the day, Oscars were just a humble affair, a $5 dinner with winners announced months in advance. But why does that matter to you as a CEO, to you as a sales leader? Well, you think about it, just like Hollywood, the sales world has this negative connotation that it's a sleazy, arm twisting type of profession when it's not. I guess Hollywood has scandals, but it also has its moments of glory, just like sales. But what if you could transform your sales strategy from a silent film to a blockbuster? And that's exactly what the Oscars did. Let's talk about that. Did you know when the Oscars first started, they only had 15 categories and it lasted 15 minutes. And it's true, back then Hollywood was trying to shake off that shady reputation it had, similarity in sales. With this is the new way of selling. New way of selling is we are serving. The new way of selling is that we are serving and helping and making a difference in the lives of other folks. First, we don't chase the money. Well, similarity to your sales team right now, when they're out there, they might feel like they're in this crowded market, but people still don't feel that way. But don't worry. Just like the Oscars had a very humble beginnings, every sales leader like myself or every CEO like myself and maybe you, we have an uphill battle. But it's how you navigate that battle. It's the sales strategy you use that really works. So just like the Oscars can evolve into a global phenomena, your sales strategy, your sales systems, and the sales leadership that you apply will allow your business to grow, grow, grow. So we can take a page out of Hollywood's playbook and focus on building a strong sales infrastructure, investing in our sales organization and our sales team by embracing technology. And remember, success in sales is more about just making the sale. It's about building relationships and leaving a lasting impact. So what's my big takeaway to you as the CEO? Whether you're vying for that golden statue or closing the deal, having a sales solid system is the key. Just like the Oscars grew from a small dinner to a global event, your sales strategy can take you from very humble belongings to making billions and billions of dollars while serving and impacting the community. By every morning when we get started, one of the things we love to say, just like Pandora, you saw what Tim did, right? And it's my favorite way to start off, which is this one phrase. If you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. Now, I want you to hear me clearly, by the way, and we're going to put it up there now because we always repeat it. All of us, we always repeat it ourselves. We're going to put it up so you can, let me go back, so you can repeat it as well. Repeat after me these words. If you can't focus on sales, you can't be what? If you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. Why is that? Well, it's obvious. There's always more money going out than there is coming in. And when there's more money going out than coming in, well, there's a problem. Ask Tim, by the way, 2 years of unpaid employees. I'm not trying to hold on to those. But this is why we have our pledge every morning. So we don't find ourselves in Pandora's position. And here it is. I must learn, earn, and return. So I believe every morning, every CEO needs to get up and say these words. It's worked for me. It's worked for many of my clients. And I want you to focus on sales during this 15 minutes that you and I have together. You're tuned in. Thanks for being here. So repeat after me. This is what we do as our pledge every morning. Repeat after me. I must learn something new in order to earn new revenue from current clients. This is you as a CEO, in order to get new and old clients to return. So I must learn, earn, and return. You do that every morning. Now you're in it. Now you might be want to say, what's the objectives? Why are we here? We got 3 objectives. Our number one objective every single morning is to get you to $100,000 plus a month of consistent revenue. So we have sales progress, just like Pandora. It's going to take some time, but we move the needle every day, just a little bit further, a little bit further. Then we also address any roadblocks. I love doing that and overcoming hurdles. It's my favorite thing to do. And then we always focus as a CEO from a sales perspective. The biggest question I get asked all the time is, Shay, there's so much I've got to do. Where do I focus? Where there's 5 sales pillars that every CEO must know in order to grow and earn money. Let me give you those 5. I do it every single morning. Where are we at? We're at the 4-minute and 21-second mark. So pillar number 1 is a sales plan. So if you're sitting here, you don't have a 1-page sales plan, not revenue, but the plan to get you there with the sales system, sales foundation that you need in sales strategies, go over to www.ceosalesplan.com. salespillar.com. You can access that. One pager. Number two, sales pillar you need a sales cycle. Just like Apple, you need to understand where you meet the client, where they come in, where they connect, and where they convert. Number three is sales positioning. It's the words that you're using every single day. I always say that sales drives marketing. Marketing does not drive sales because sales understands the problem that we are solving and how we're solving that problem. We need marketing, of course, to go find the people. But if they don't, then we go in and do our own lead generation anyway. Okay, number four, sales pillar number four is sales indicators. What gets measured gets managed. We have the CEO sales dashboard. Every morning we spend 3 minutes. We're going to pull up in a moment and we put in the key indicators. Now, look, we only have 15 minutes together. You're here. Thanks for being here. But I want you to know these 5 sales pillars and understand them. And number 5, a sales team. A sales team. A sales team. Success is a team sport. You can only get so far by yourself. Those are our main objectives. Where are we at? We're at the 5-minute, 42-second mark. I kind of got sidetracked, but I want it with passion. I want you to hear it in my heart. The reason why these objectives are so important and the reason why you show up. Because without this, there's no need to be here, right? There just really isn't. Okay, where we go here? CEO sales dashboard. Oh, here we go. For those folks that show up every single morning, we love to do this. Do me a favor. Look right below the video. Look right below the video as we go into our outcomes and put a hashtag, I'm here. As a CEO, you're watching now. You're tuned in. Maybe you're watching live. And if you're on the platform, put hashtag I'm here. That's a check-in as a CEO. So I can check in with you because you can see me, but I can't see you. Maybe you're on the replay right now. Thanks a lot. Doesn't matter when you tune in. 15 minutes is all I ask. 15 minutes is all I ask. 1% of your day is all I ask to focus on sales, because if you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. And our goal is $100,000 a month. So you got to have some focus. Okay. If you're on one of the platforms like Roku or podcast or our streaming devices where you can't make any comments, go over to @IamCheBrown, @IamCheBrown, and just let me know. Just let me know that you're in the building, or maybe you want us to add some more value, okay? We want to be able to do that for you as well. CEO Sales Huddle is a place where CEOs go to do one thing, and that is to make more sales faster. So I know you're bad to the bone. I know you can rock and roll, but we want you to do it faster with less effort. Okay, this is important. What's our big why? We're at the 7-minute and 13-second mark. Only after 15 minutes, you tune in. You get focused on this one area that will set you free. It will give you fastest financial freedom. Why? Sales growth, accountability, and consistency. So we're only here to serve. Selling equals service. So as a CEO, if you're not serving, if you're not selling as a CEO, you ain't serving, because you can't serve people if you can't let them know that you can help them and how you can help them. Okay. Now, we only ask for 15 minutes a day. I know I've said that like 5 times, but it's important because 15 minutes a day only represents 1% of your day. Isn't that kind of cool that you only have to give up 1% of your day to achieve our number one outcome? And our number one outcome is $100,000 per month of consistent, predictable, reliable revenue. That's it. Now, some of you, that doesn't excite you. We're at the 8-minute and 10-second mark. And others of you like, I'm all in, Shay. Count me in for that program. What do I need to do? I'm not saying you got to put in the work. I'm not saying you got to work any harder. You're already a CEO. I'm sharing with you that superstars, all of us, and you're a superstar, you wouldn't be here. You are someone that's amazing or you wouldn't be here. But superstars all hold one common belief. And do you know what that belief is? Let me share it with you because it comes from my heart. They can always get better. Haven't met one superstar yet that didn't feel like they can get a little bit better. And that's what the CEO Sales Huddle is about. You show up, and some days you feel like nothing happens. But you do the CEO Sales Dashboard, which we're about to do in a moment. You show up some days, you feel like, I just listened in, but I got to focus on these 5 sales pillars: my sales planning, my sales cycles, my sales positioning, my sales indicators, my sales team that I'm building. And all of a sudden, one day, very shortly, maybe less than 2 weeks, it clicks. And you get a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better, and your revenue goes like this. And I believe that for every single one of you. So now we're going to introduce to you the CEO Sales Dashboard. For some of you, this is the very first time you're seeing this. Others of you are here every single morning. We're at the 9-minute and 20-second mark. We are cooking with gasoline this morning. The CEO Sales Dashboard is the number one sales tool that CEOs use. because they understand what gets measured gets managed, to get to $100,000 plus a month of consistent, predictable, reliable income. Please hear me. So if you haven't downloaded the CEO Sales Dashboard, it's an Excel sheet that we're going to pull up. And I want you to go over to CEO Sales Huddle right now. Download it. Okay, it's no cost. Okay, just follow the instructions and download it, and then go plug in the numbers. Okay, go plug in the numbers over here. We only look at 5 categories: leads, appointments, offers, deals, and repeat business. That's it. I mean, you only got 5 sales pillars you got to follow as a CEO, and you only got 5 indicators. 15 minutes, you tune in, you do this. I promise you, not I'm begging you, but I promise you, your life will change forever. All right, so for those folks that do this every morning, yay, it's good to see you. I see some of you putting hashtag I'm here. I can't go over there right now because they told me I've got to be serious, which I do need to be serious on these calls, but on this broadcast. But here's the CEO Sales Dashboard. Now, this is the most important tool you have in your whole freaking business, and it's no cost to you, but the value of this, it's probably a $25,000 value for you just being able to follow this. Seriously. So there's leads, appointments. Now, for those folks that filled it out last night, you're going to look at it. We're going to go over it right now. For those folks that had your assistant do it, congratulations. I always recommend it's the number one job for your assistant, your business manager, your business operations manager, your chief operating officer, whoever it is you work who has to do the work for you, do it. And if not, pay someone today. Go to Fiverr not right now, but in about 4 minutes, and just hire someone and say, go to my CRM and plug in these numbers. Show up tomorrow with the numbers plugged in. Now, we always go over one category every day. There's subcategories, which you obviously can go in and you can change them around. You'll see here that we have subcategories under each one. Today, we're going to go over appointments. So yesterday, I spent about 3 minutes on leads. Today, now you tune in. Now you're here. Okay, I'm glad you're here. We're going to tune in on appointments. So there's a couple categories underneath here because we want to measure. Why is that, Shay? Well, I got to go. But nothing happens without an appointment. It just doesn't. It really doesn't. So now we have appointments. We've got appointment set and appointment run. So those are 2 different skill sets. So as a CEO, someone is setting your agenda, maybe setting the appointments, and maybe you're that person. Hey, I get it. I've been that person for almost 20 years. So how many appointments do you have set right now on your calendar for today? And how many did you have set? That means they were scheduled for yesterday. And if you have a team, collectively have your team all email that in and then put that number in for appointments set. That's one skill set. Someone agreed to meet with you. Then underneath that, put appointments run. Appointments run. Now, that means people showed up, okay, and they were there. Now, under run, I've got a couple different ways we can have appointments. Now, you might customize this. There's one-to-one. So some of you still meet people one-to-one on the phone or one-to-one through Zoom or one-to-one face-to-face. That still happens. Cool. Some of you do one-to-many appointments. You might have multiples. One-to-many, just like now. There's me, and after all the downloads and everything, we might have 10, 20,000 folks download this and watching this episode right now. So that's one-to-many. But you also have an appointment, which I had just yesterday. I don't know if we talk about me on these calls, but a collaboration appointment. So sometimes I'll set 1 or 2 or 3 of those, sometimes 5 a week, but 1 a day is normally my goal, where I'm meeting with someone with the sole purpose of collaborating. How can I best serve them? Not sell them, serve them. And then how can they best serve the audience I work with? I believe this is one of my 12 rules for life. One of my 12 rules for life is collaboration crushes competition. Put that down in your notes if you're a CEO and you're watching right now. Collaboration crushes competition. And then there's referrals. Now, isn't it kind of cool that you can set an appointment? This is not a new idea, but you're the CEO. So we're not just talking about just your sales team now. This is not just about your sales team. This is what is the highest and best use of your time every day. And imagine that you have one appointment a day. They show up and you're sharing with them folks that potentially could be folks they could work with in the future. And they're sharing with you and their audience. Folks, isn't that a really cool appointment? What's the value of that for some of you? $10,000, $25,000. If some of you do contract work, it could be $1 million opportunity. So appointments are very, very important. And I want you to say, well, I can look at my calendar and say, no. Look at yesterday, how many appointments were set and run? The day before, how many appointments were set and run? The day before, how many appointments were set and run? Someone sent me something I'm not going to share with you right now because I can't. They sent me a chart, and they're tracking the trend, and they're looking at it just like they look at the revenue. And my promise to them was as appointments go up, as they get better appointments, the revenue would double that easily. Okay, I got to go because I'm on a rant. We're at the 14-minute and 32-second mark, but we're going to go over another segment, and the segment is celebrate wins. Yes, I love to celebrate wins. Sometimes we always beating ourselves up. No, we're going to slow down because powerful people ask powerful questions. And in this life, you get what you focus on. So let me go ahead and pull this up right now. Powerful people ask powerful questions because questions steer focus. And in this life, you get what you focus on. So we're going to focus on wins. So take a moment right now if you're out there. What are you most proud of yesterday? Now, yesterday is gone. Okay, tomorrow's not promised. We only have the present moment. What are you most proud of? From a sales perspective, from your sales department, from your sales organization, understanding that sales is the oxygen for any great business in history. That's why we spend 15 minutes on this. Okay, that's why you show up every single morning. Thank you for being here, by the way. You give me 1% of your day. There are 1,440 minutes in every day. 1% you focus on sales, because if you can't focus on sales, well, you just can't be in business. What was your biggest accomplishment yesterday from a sales perspective? Go ahead, write it down. Think about it. Pray about it. Whatever it is, what was it? And number 3, my favorite, if I could bring you on here right now and you could just spotlight yourself and you could say, here's what I'm most proud of yesterday for me or my team or someone on my team. Here's what it is. Maybe you just showed up. Maybe you put hashtag I'm here in the comments right below. If you haven't done that right now, if you're watching live and you can see this and it's on one of the social media platforms, look right below the video and put hashtag I'm here. If you're watching the replay, hashtag replay. You showed up and you're here. Now, you're CEO, do you need that motivation? No, but you're human. And it's a great way for you and I to connect. And I'm looking forward to I read every comment. I respond to everyone. Some of you always go over to @IamShayBrown and you drop me different notes, which is why we spend more time in different segments now because of the feedback that we got. So thank you so much. I don't take it lightly when you give us good feedback. So thank you. All right, now we're going to move to the last segment as we come down the home stretch, which is the hurdles. And we understand that every day, look, okay, life is going to happen. Business happens. You're already amazing. You're a human being. So I don't want to act like there's cupcakes and unicorns and that type of thing going on just falling out the sky. What were some of the hurdles you had yesterday? Remember, powerful people ask powerful questions because questions steer your focus. And in this life, you really honestly get what you focus on. So I'm going to ask you to go over right now. And as you're taking a look, what was your biggest roadblock yesterday? It's okay. It's not a good thing or bad thing. It is what it is. I know I'm over. My biggest roadblock is at the 17-minute mark. I'll be done in the next 2 minutes. What is preventing you today from moving forward in sales, taking the next step? What's the highest and best use of your time? And then what is one thing you can do today? Now, this is my favorite. Now, if you haven't already downloaded the CEO Sales Dashboard, go over to ceosaleshuddle.com. Make sure you do that now. When is the best time to do it? Now. So hit over there now. And think about what's the one thing that you can do today that if you did it would help move your life and or business forward. And I want you to jot it down. And I want you to take a look at some of your priorities for today. Some of you make great lists. Maybe you got 10 things on there, and you circle the one thing. And you say, this will be done first. But depending on other priorities, obviously. And make that commitment. My message of the day is take action. It's simple. It's not going to be a revelation. Some of you are not going to shout and jump up and down and thank me for that message. But I'm going to encourage you right now to take massive action. The universe rewards people who take action differently than those that don't. One of the things that held me back for so long when I first got started is I was always planning, I was always thinking, I was always putting together the strategy, but I wouldn't always take the massive action that I needed. And then when you take a look at one thing you can do and you make a commitment to do it, and that's the highest and best use of your time, not only will you get these endorphins that feel good about it, but you know you're taking the next step. You show up tomorrow. You download the CEO's dashboard. You can do that over at www.ceosaleshuddle.com. You show up tomorrow and your CEO dashboard is already filled out. You see the results from yesterday. It's not a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It is what it is. And you're proud of that. And then we start making steps for sales progress and sales growth. There is no other way to make money in business as a CEO other than sales. You could borrow the money, maybe. Maybe you get an angel investor. Maybe some people are good at that. That's not my jam. Maybe you are like Pandora and Tim Weston, and you've got $1 million of credit cards that you can leverage, and lines of credit you can leverage, and you can continue to bet on yourself, and that works. But at some point, you have to solve a problem, and selling is the oxygen for any great business in history. So take massive action into one skill set that you know will create financial freedom for you, which means you'll make more money, you have more meaning in the world, you'll have more income for some of you. That means you'll have more impact. And at the end of the day, you will make $1 and a difference at the same time. With that being said, it's at the 20-minute mark. I'm well over about 5 minutes. My name is Shay Brown. I want to remind you, you're amazing. You're incredible. You're a CEO. Congratulations. How hard that is to be an entrepreneur, but you're here to solve a problem, to make a difference in the world. And you are one of the backbones, at least, of what we need here in the United States of America, providing goods and services that make a difference in the lives of other folks. So thanks for all you do. Thanks for tuning in. And thanks for letting me be your host of the CEO Sales Huddle. I'll see you at the next CEO Sales Huddle. Connect with me over at I am Shay Brown so I can see you and you can see me and we can start this collaboration. I'm out. I got to go. Peace.